Welcome, Blackhawk members, to 2019 for the first edition of the Blackhawk Buzz. I'm still Van, not any older. Yes, I'm older, but not any wiser, that's for sure. And with Derek now, and we're going to kind of do a state of the state for Blackhawk Country Club for 2019, coming off a very, very successful 2018 in spite of a few challenges along the way.
You know, kind of where were we, where are we now, and where are we headed, you know, so I think the board and the committees have been working very, very hard to try and figure out what our path is moving forward into 2019 and beyond that. But 2018, what an incredible year.
Yes.
You know, and I think assessment can be a scary word when it's thrown out there, but we had 100% of our members participate in that. On top of the fundraising, we know it was a little bit confusing, but we got a wonderful Blackhawk renovation, and we also know that, you know, sometimes everybody loves it, sometimes maybe you don't like some of the things that we did, but we do know that the financial impact that it had on the club, people sticking around, eating food, drinking a little bit longer, and just using the club a little bit more, that it really did work. So we were excited about it. However, at first glance, you would think, man, we just raised some money, we did a renovation, and what else did we do? Well, I have a long list here to tell you. Funny you should ask, but I think it's very important for our members to know that we're being very financially responsible across the board. We have a building that was in a little bit of trouble, needed some updating. Maybe we need to reposition ourselves a little bit and get Chad a little bit more help on the golf course. So yes, we did some fundraising. Yes, we did an assessment. Yes, we have some money where we can make some improvements without assessing anymore. And you've been hearing Maple Bluff, Nakoma, Bishops Bay, everybody's doing some stuff and they're assessing the members. But I think we're in a pretty healthy place right now on some pretty solid footing moving into 2019. So just to kind of, you know, you're getting old, I'm getting old. I got to throw these on real quick, but you know, the renovation is now complete. We have the floor has been ripped out and put back in, and the stairs are done. Woohoo! Right? That was a big thing. We finally got those done. Very challenging on the concrete. They wanted us to blow them up and start over. We just couldn't do that, but we now have a nice rubber application on there. Things to look forward to in 2019. We're going to have GPS on all of our golf carts this year. We're going to give it a trial run, so hopefully our members we'll enjoy that. And internally, you know, there's a lot of things that we try to do here to just provide a better experience for the members. And so this year we got all new phones. Go figure. Now when you call up, it won't crack, and when you leave me a voicemail, you got rid of the rotary phones? Oh my God! I mean, things are happening. So now you get a message, you get an email about it to let you know, and we can actually answer the phone on our cell phones. Now these are all things we didn't even know we could do. So just kind of taking the technology out of the dark ages a little bit here at Blackhawk. And we completed getting all new pull carts. So last year we had half of them replaced. This year all of them have been replaced. You're going to see new targets on the range. You're going to see some nice teaching aids that we're going to have down there, from a planer to a mirror to different targets every 10 yards. And you're going to see that Chad and I kind of reconstructed a little bit of the bunker down there. And you're going to have a really nice short game area. This one you may like, you may not, but we're going to have music on the range this year. Yeah, I know, right?
Lawrence Welk is
moving into the new age here with this music, but we got power down there now. We got a Wi-Fi hotspot, so you can get on your iPads and your phones and do stuff down there. You're going to see some furniture down there with a cabana. You're also going to see some new furniture on the back heckle deck. So we're going to, you know, a little bit warmer, fuzzier, a little bit more loungy to kind of enjoy the views that we have back there on that heckle deck back there. So we're going to do that. We got a new sound system for Bailey and all the outside stuff by Sonos, which is fantastic. We also have new microphone AV projector for anybody that's having a meeting here that needs to, you know, use the microphone or use their laptop to, you know, show whatever they're showing and those things. So we've really updated our technology across the board. So just because it seemed like all our attention was on the renovation in the Blackhawk room, we have done so much more. Now the big stuff, the golf course. Chad, what have we agreed to do this year for him? Well, a new sprayer, triplex green and fairway mower, 2 walking green mowers, and oddly enough, we got the new pump, but that doesn't mean you get all the new sprinklers, and we're going to allow him to get all the new sprinklers now. So,
but in layman's terms, what will those pieces of equipment enable him and his staff to do?
Well, you're going to see a very different golf course this year. This year, with some of the stuff we're going to be able to do, we're going to get a big top dresser. So if you notice mud in the fairways, obviously the weather's been kind of crazy and continues to be crazy here in the winter, but the top dressing allows us to firm up the fairways, get rid of the mud, get rid of the wormholes and things like that. You're going to see better mowers for the greens, so the greens are going to tighten up a little bit. And then with the sprinklers that we're going to replace around all the greens, now he's got a big job to do, but he's going to replace all those sprinklers so that we can become a little bit more efficient with our watering, but then can really water the greens that he'd like to. You know, we've kind of handcuffed him over the years, just managing our expenses, but we're in a place now where we can really turn our attention to the golf course. Other things that people might be excited about, we got new water heaters and storage tanks, so you're going to have hot water now all the time. Who would think, right? You're actually going to turn these things on and it's not going to sound like a cow is jumping out of the faucet at you. So that's been, you know, quite a daunting task. We had Monona Plumbing come in and take a look at our plumbing, and holy cow, I'm not even going to tell you what we were finding in there, but it's all better. Okay, and then Chef Todd, he got a new stove, new dishwasher, and a new freezer. So we're kind of taking a look at Blackhawk as a whole. We're going department by department, making sure that the equipment is up to snuff, making sure that the phones are working, the internet is going to be faster, and just really everything across the board. We have made so many improvements, but the Blackhawk renovation kind of took everything away from all the other stuff we were doing. So at first glance, you think Blackhawk renovation, but what we've improved around the entire facility has been incredible.
I think from what you said in regards to what happened in 18, looking into that crystal ball for 2019, bottom line is, we as a club, Blackhawk Golf Club, Blackhawk Country Club, the one thing that we don't want to do is have a pat hand. We continually have to have projects, challenges to make the experience as a member that much better than it was the previous year, the previous month, or whatever the case might be.
And really, I'll take the opportunity to just thank the membership and say thanks for being patient. You know, we've had a lot of things go on over the last 5 years, from things breaking down, roofs leaking, pumps going down. I will tell you that the committees and the board have worked incredibly hard to get an operating model that is sustainable, and sustainable to a point where we can start to make incremental improvements to the building on our own without having to do fundraising and assessment. So that's not something a lot of clubs can do. I'm not saying we're out of the woods by any means, but we're on some pretty solid footing right now.
So that's just the first installment of the Blackhawk Buzz. Certainly stay tuned for more as we delve into 2019 and beyond.